Hello, students, and welcome to CS 526, Web App Design. My name is Nathan Bean, and I'm going to be your instructor for this course. I'd like to take this time to share a little bit about the course and how it's structured so that you are prepared to get started and dig in. First of all, we are covering a lot of material in a very short period of time. This is an 8-week summer course, and we're covering as much content as we would normally cover in a fall or spring semester. So that does mean that there is going to be a lot of time you're going to have to spend on this course. I actually recommend that you set aside anywhere from 10 to 20 hours a week. So if you were expecting this to be a light course, something you could breeze through, it's really not going to be that. So do be aware. And let's talk a little bit about how that course is arranged and structured. First of all, Canvas, when you get in and look at the course, it may look a bit different than you're used to. And that's because I've stripped out a lot of the extraneous options that are normally there in Canvas and focused really on just a couple more things that I want your attention on. The first of those is the modules. I've broken the course into module per week. Each module is covering a lot of content, and you can see that in the first few modules that you're going to be working on. You need to work through those in order and complete all of the items in each one of those modules. Also, the due dates are there in the module, along with the details about when and what you have to do to complete each item. The second tool we're going to make heavy use of is the Cdigo Platform. Cdigo is also an online teaching tool, but it's one meant specifically for programmers. It combines content delivery with an IDE, an integrated development environment, like Visual Studio. And each unit in Cdigo runs on a virtual machine, running Linux that you have full root level access to. This makes it an inordinately powerful tool for learning web development, especially when you consider that most web servers are hosted on Linux servers. Another great benefit is that if you have a question about an error you're encountering in your code, you can shoot me a question just describing the problem, and I can open up your virtual machine and actually take a look at your code there. So you don't need to take screenshots or type up snippets or anything like that. You just give me the broad strokes of what's going on, and I can take a look at it. This also means I can give faster and more accurate feedback, which is not a bad thing when you consider how quickly we'll be moving through this course. We'll also be using the departmental Rocket Chat server heavily for communications. Our first assignment is an icebreaker, introducing ourselves in the CS 526 channel. Why, you might wonder? Am I a sadist? Well, no. Actually, one of the biggest challenges of working through an online course is that often you're just interacting with the course content the instructor's developed. It can be almost as if you're taking a class by yourself in isolation. That's great in some ways, but it can also suck in some others. So by introducing ourselves, we have an idea of who else is in the course, the same way you can look across the classroom and see your fellow students. Moreover, you can talk about the subjects that we're learning, describe what you're learning, how you're learning, put questions out there that your classmates can answer, share when you get frustrated, because there probably will be some moments you get frustrated. And also myself and the TA will be regularly watching that Rocket Chat channel as well, and we'll jump in and answer questions and also post announcements and other things inside that chat room. So I would like you to spend some time getting familiar with those tools. Another aspect of this course is videos. I'll probably be recording a few videos throughout the semester and adding those in with the course content. Now, you may have had online courses where the professor recorded the regular in-class lecture and uploaded it as a 1-hour video. I personally hated that as a student, and I think it's a poor pedagogical strategy. When I do give you video materials, I'm going to strive to keep them short, succinct, and do enough post-processing that they flow reasonably well. I'll also post them on YouTube, so you can speed them up if you like. But most of the topics I'd normally cover in lecture will actually be being done through an online textbook that's going to be delivered through Canvas. This allows me to embed hands-on examples and with the subjects we're discussing, gives you some opportunity to move through the material at your own pace and your own time. There's also some micro-assessments sprinkled throughout that text. These are not meant to be tricky or difficult, but rather to encourage you to reflect on what you just read and apply it. These assessments can be taken as many times as you need to get the score that you want. My goal is really just to help you engage with the material. Additionally, I'm going to be making a number of step-by-step tutorials working through a particular challenge related to the week's content. These tutorials will often directly relate to some aspect of the week's project, so there's real value to working through them, especially if you're uncomfortable with the assignment requirements. I will offer help if you get stuck on such a tutorial, just as I will for other assignments, so don't hesitate to ask. Throughout the semester, we're going to be creating a web application for the Kansas CS for All website. This is a nonprofit organization that's created to support Kansas pre-K through 12 teachers and bringing computer science education into our state's classrooms. I've chosen this project because it intersects with two domains you're most likely familiar with, the K-12 educational system and computer science. Moreover, Professor Josh Wies, Russell Feldhausen, and myself are three of the core organizers for the Kansas CS for All organization. So if there is a chance that your solution could be adopted as the official web application. How would that be for a resume piece? I'll also be holding office hours virtually over Zoom, primarily by appointment, but also potentially at a pre-scheduled time. Your first chat assignment includes a prompt for what times would be best to meet for you. If there's a consensus, I may have a regularly scheduled weekly session. The CS faculty and staff are also holding a bi-weekly virtual tea time office hour meetings this summer, where we talk about any subjects except the course. This is a good chance for you to meet more of your faculty in an informal setting and ask those burning questions you have about the field, about jobs, about research, and about CS theory and whatever else you might want to know about. And they're a good chance to socialize with fellow students and faculty in a fairly low impact environment. So that's the introduction. Please go ahead and work your way through the introductory course module. And if you have questions, go ahead and post them in the Rocket Chat channel. And I look forward to a good semester with each and every one of you. Good learning.